What's up world, and welcome to Bathroom Finance. $600,000. That's how much I need to retire, and I want to get there in about 10 years. This might sound crazy, but there's thousands of people out there who have already put their retirement on hyperspeed by taking on something called the FIRE lifestyle. A couple of years ago, I watched one of this guy's videos, and he's Mr. Money Mustache, and he's probably one of the biggest promoters of the FIRE lifestyle. But what is FIRE? It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And although each of us takes on a slightly different approach, the common strategy is simple. Make your expenses as low as you can, maximize your savings, and become financially free as early as possible so you can give yourself the option to retire. And when we say retire, it's not the same way that you might imagine it, where your parents hang up the gloves after 40 years of working and then fly to Florida 8 times a year. FIRE retirement is a bit different in that it just gives you the option to retire. You're financially free. Some people might actually choose to keep working or maybe work reduced hours so that you could spend more time volunteering or traveling or just working on some of those passion projects. And that's what I like so much about FIRE. It's just giving you the freedom to do what you want to do with your life. But for most people, it just sounds crazy. How can you actually expect to retire in your 30s? Well, my girlfriend actually has a similar plan where she plans to retire around 45. And when she told this to her financial advisor, he actually laughed about it and said, "Yeah, we'll put it in your file so that you can come back in a couple of years and get a good laugh at it." He probably just would have left the room if I told him I want to retire at 33. It's just too aggressive in the eyes of the average worker who plans on working for maybe 30 or 40 plus years. But how are we actually going to do it? And why am I aiming for $600,000 instead of $1 million? Well, for how I'm doing it, you're actually seeing it right now in this series. Each week I'm trying to put away $1,000, and if I do this, it'll take me, well, 600 weeks, or about 11 and a half years. And if I apply an interest rate of 3% to this, it brings it down to just under 10 years. But once I have this money, what am I going to do with it? That's the thing. Absolutely nothing. I'm just going to let it sit there and collect my dividends. The goal of this portfolio is to earn about a 4% dividend yield. And on an account of $600,000, that would give me about $24,000 a year. This is more than enough to cover my base expenses of $1,800 a month. So if my lifestyle was to stay the exact same, I'd be financially free with $600,000.
But what about taxes? And what about kids? And what about a house? And this is so unrealistic. You're so wrong.
Yeah, I know, it's not a perfect algorithm, but at least it's a plan. Sure, I might need to change or tweak my goal as I get closer to it, but either way, if I had $2,000 extra coming in every month, I'd feel pretty secure in my job and free to do what I want to do with my time. And I likely won't just quit my job the second I reach $600,000. I'll probably continue to work for a couple of years. Think about how good it would feel after saving aggressively for 10 years just to go to work and know that every single dollar you make can be spent however you like. You'd quickly be able to build up your savings for something like a down payment on a house or for rental properties or to put away for your kid's education plan. But a lot of people also get hung up on that little point there. You have to save aggressively for 10 years in order to make this happen. But it really doesn't have to be that bad. Right now, I'm living on a discretionary budget of about $300 a month. And although I have everything I need, it's a bit difficult. With $300, you can't really buy the new shoes that you might want to buy or go on more than one trip a year. But if I can make these sacrifices for 1 year, I'll have $52,000 in this account, which should generate about $170 per month. An extra $170 might not seem like a lot, but it's a 76% increase in my discretionary budget. That means I could go ahead and buy a new pair of shoes every month if I wanted to. That's why I see year one as the most challenging year of all, and it's why I'm documenting it for you. But every year after this that I can stay on this plan, my discretionary budget will go up by another $170 a month. So after 2 years, it'll be double, and after 4 years, it'll be triple what I can spend. I find that type of growth super realistic and exciting, and it's just what keeps me on track with my saving. Let me know what you'd do if you were to make an extra $170 this month. Right now, I'm pretty far under my $300 budget, so I'd probably just save it for a trip later this year. If you like this video or you think that FIRE might be right for you, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content just like this. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll try to answer them in my future videos. The final flush is a quick overview of my portfolio's progress and the investments that I'll be making for this week. My account's glitching out right now and saying I'm in the green, but I think I'm actually in the red about $800. So far this year, we've generated $47.20 in dividends, and this week I'll be scooping up some shares in ZAG and ZDH. ZDH is a currency hedged international dividend ETF that currently has a dividend yield of 6.88% and an MER of 0.44%. ZAG is a bond ETF currently yielding about 2.81%, and that has an MER of just 0.08%. Now I'm going to deposit another $1,000 to be used in next week's episode, but the bowl's refilled and I gotta run, so I'll see you on the next episode of Bathroom Finance.